How's it going, folks? This week's video is all about could I live in rural Thailand? But before I answer that question, I'm going to show you all how I would live in rural Thailand. Okay, so almost every morning when I'm in Thailand, I wake up between 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. Yeah, it's my dog, he always wakes me up. But before we had the dog, Jenny, she always woke up at that time. She likes to start early. And it's something that's caught on to me as well, and I'm very grateful for it as well. I really learned how to appreciate the mornings now. The reason why she gets up so early is because it was embedded into her since she was a young kid. Her granddad didn't like people hanging around the house or staying in bed all morning. It's just a sign of laziness. And gotta take me hat off to granddad, fair play to him. It's something that has really caught on with me, and where I'm from, it's a very normal thing for people to just hang around the house all day in pajamas and slippers. It's just, it's not a good way to start off your day. You gotta get yourself in gear. I just see some people around my place, going to the shops and all, like in their pajamas and slippers. It's just disgusting, it is. It's the epitome of filth. And then after walking the dog, we usually head around to Yai Lai, her restaurant opposite the local primary school. She's Jenny's aunt, and she has a little learner there where she provides jok and noodle soup for all the little school kids. And most mornings we usually go there and have either jok or noodle soup to kickstart the day. Then we head off for our morning coffee before going back to the house and just relaxing, probably read a book, edit some videos, or watch some videos on YouTube. Once I've done some relaxing after letting my breakfast digest, I like to go and do some training, do some exercise. Very close by in the neighbourhood we have a running track where you can do a few laps of sprints, and then right into the school, free of charge, they have all this calisthenic equipment where you can do all your pull-ups and bodyweight exercises, which is something that I've really grown fond of over the last while. And I just think this place is a real discovery. It's just street training, it's free of charge, doesn't cost you anything, and it's just so good for you, the exercises. They just reach your whole core, and it's good strength training, really good. And as you know, I'm mad into me cycling. In Thailand here, they've got a really big cycling culture that is very strong with the Thai people. This is Jenny's uncle here, he's mad into his cycling. He's showing me photographs here of some of the races he does around Isaan and in the province of Khon Kaen. Some of the races go up to 100 kilometers, and that is something I would love to sink my teeth into. That is what I'd be into now. I would live here just for that alone. The views and the scenery and all in his photographs just looks amazing. It's a great way to explore the area as well, and keeping fit and enjoying the sport of cycling. So already I have a good, strong, like-minded connection in Jenny's uncle. And he likes the occasional beer as well. Fair play to him. My kind of person. So once I got all my sporting activities out of the way, it's usually lunchtime. And Isaan food now is something that I've really grown fond of over the last few years. When I first arrived in Isaan, it was just, I didn't know what I was eating. I mainly just eat the meat and the sticky rice, but all the vegetables now, I've really learned to adapt how to eat them very regularly, and I don't really crave Western food anymore the way I used to. I'd stay here for a while and I'd need to get food from my own country into me. It's not the case anymore. I enjoy eating Western food when I'm back home in Ireland. When I'm in Thailand, I have no problems eating all Thai food all the time. Even in Isaan, I'll eat their food all the time, and I just think all the vegetables that they have here, as well as the sticky rice, eating it in abundance every day is really suited to my lifestyle. And the produce is so fresh as well. It's one of the advantages of living in a rural area. After lunch, I'll just relax in the hammock. I've got a hammock that I bought in Peru a few years ago. Hardly ever get to use it. It's in the shop in Koh Samui. Nowhere to hang it up there. I was thinking, if I lived in Isaan, there'd be too many places to put it up, and that's where I'd like to chill out after my lunch. Probably watch some YouTube videos, read my book, have a nap, the usual. And as you know, it gets kind of hot. It does in Isaan. It's a very dry climate. A lot of people that live up here, they usually end up missing the water. There's no sea. Well, a nice 10 or 15 minute bike ride through the country roads and it brings you to this lovely swimming pool. So, not exactly swimming in the ocean, but it's a nice place to cool off and get a bit of exercise in there at the same time. Now, living in a place that's completely different to what I'm used to, you want to try out new things, don't you? Now, I wouldn't jump in head first, now start buying cows and chickens and trying to sell them off. I'd just kind of like dip my toes into the water first with it, just help out some of the relatives, just get an idea of what it's like to actually take care of some animals in Isaan. I wouldn't go buying them straight away, I just help out. And another thing that interests me a lot is growing my own fruit. I'd love to have a little patch of land and just grow some trees, jackfruit and all other kinds of, maybe a few vegetables and stuff like that. Green fingers. It's all about trying new things. Then evening activities, yeah, there's always something going on. There's a market down close by. It has plenty of shops, lots of cool little food stalls to try out new little snacks and everything. And as well as that, the evening ritual of the whole family eating together. It's something that I really cherish the most in Isaan. It's just, I love when nightfall hits and it's so quiet and relaxing and peaceful, and it's nice getting together with the family. Everyone's tired from being active all day since early in the morning, and time to get some food in before they settle up for the night. Another thing that I'd really like to do as well in Thailand is buy my own car. People think, oh, you're going up to the sticks and all, you're stuck up there. Well, if you have your own car, you're free to go wherever you want, and there's lots of places you can go and explore. So that's definitely high up on my list now. Even though I'm based in Koh Samui at the moment, I still want to get a car, just to have the freedom of getting the dog and the bags and just throwing them in the back and away we go. None of this getting taxis to bus terminals or any of that crap, like, you know, and the awkwardness of it, like, no, can you bring the dog with you or whatever. It's just me, Jenny and the dog, bags in the back, away we go. A lot of people really struggle in places like Isaan is the language barrier, learning the language. I have a fair grasp of the language already. I can mingle with people, I can crack jokes, I can even tell little stories now at this stage. I don't be bored like the way when I first got there. Like, I was just, hello, how are you, that was it. Like, I've no problems now mingling with people. It's something that I would also like to improve on as well. So whenever I'm in the hammock reading my book, I'd also allow an extra 20 to 30 minutes of just studying some text on Thai, or maybe trying to get to grips with the Isaan dialect. See if I can learn a few words of that, if I can express myself with how all the locals speak, which would be much better. No matter how good you get at speaking a second language, nothing beats having a nice little chinwag in your native tongue. So it would always be nice to try and reach out with other expats. As I showed you in a previous video, I made friends with an Englishman who lives in the village, and I could tell, like, you know, from him meeting me that he was delighted to have someone to speak to and have a beer with, because we were sat there for ages, and we probably would have sat there for longer, only I had to go and pack my bags because I had a train to catch. So I'd be looking forward to meeting him again and having a beer with him. It was a nice chat we had. We were telling each other stories about travelling, places we've been to, and he's into the football as well, so that'd be a buddy that I could be going to meet up with and watch the Premier League football matches with and stuff like that. Not just meeting expats in my village, I'd also like to reach out and connect with expats in the whole region of Isaan, and that's where my YouTube channel comes into play. So what I'd do is I'd have live streams every week where everyone can get involved, we can get talking, and people can share their stories about what part of Isaan that they're based in, and it'll be just friendly chit chat the way it is, not like pushing anyone into anything. And what I'd do is I'd try organise some meetups maybe once a month, but not have them in my village all the time. I'd try and have them in different provinces every month. So like one month, yeah, you could have them like where I'm staying, and then as the live streams are going on a weekly basis, we get talking. We says, yeah, we were in Conken with Paul last month. Why don't we head down to Sarin, see Wayne next month, or else the month after that we can go to Loyette, catch up with Jim and all that, you know. And then whoever's province that we're going to see, the guy that's there, he can arrange a venue where we can all have some food and drinks. You know, the Thai ladies can all chat away together and eat their food, and all the lads can have a beer and just relax and talk, and you know, finally get to meet each other in the flesh. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Internet magic. And like, I wouldn't be into all this, you know, putting posters up on the wall like saying good for Ryan, YouTube, subscribe. It's not like that at all. It'd be just organise a venue, we all meet up, have a few beers and a chat. If only about 4 people turn up, well then yeah, 4 of us will chat together. If only I turn up, well then I'll just have a chat with the barman and then head on home. At the end of the day, it's all about the weekend away. That's what it's all about. Jumping in the car and heading off and seeing somewhere new. So I'd actually look forward to that. I think that's quite a good idea. Meeting other Westerners who are living in Isaan. Building a house now. This is a topic that everyone likes to talk about. It's a juicy one, alright, because as we all know, foreigners are not allowed to own land in Thailand. You can only own 49%, and the rest has to go in the name of a Thai person. So it's the old expat bar stool fable where like a Farang goes up to Isaan, builds a house, and then as soon as the house is built, his Thai lady just tells him to go away, and he's gone off with his tail between his legs, nowhere else to go. He ends up destitute, alcoholic, and it's all tears. It's a terrible ending. Listen, before you build a house in rural Thailand or anywhere in Thailand, you gotta make sure that you have a financial plan on how to sustain your life there. Like after you have the house built, don't think that anyone owes you anything because you built the house. The way it works in Thailand is, you know, we all love Thai women because they know how to take care of their men. They do all the cleaning, all the cooking. They run around after you like a blue arse fly. But the other part of the deal is that it's also the man's duty to be able to provide money to run the household and take care of his lady. So you must have a plan in place where you're able to do that before you even consider building a house in Thailand. If you are in Thailand on holidays and you have to go home to your 9-to-5 job and you can only make it to Thailand a few months later and stay for a couple of weeks, I wouldn't even consider building a house. In fact, I wouldn't even consider having a relationship with a Thai girl unless she's willing to come over and live in your country with you. So building a house is mainly, it's all your responsibility really to figure out how you're going to sustain a life there. Not just after you build a house, but like really if you want to see out your days there, you really need to have a good plan, whether it's like being able to go home to your own country and make money and then stay in Thailand for a long time, or else if you have a good retirement income that comes in weekly and you just hand that money up to your lady, say to her, there you go, you look after yourself and take care of everything, and make sure that you're not deprived of anything either, that she understands your lifestyle choices which are headed in a positive direction. I'm not talking about hanging around bars drinking all the time. If you do that, it's just gonna go belly up. If you find a nice healthy lifestyle that's positive, your Thai lady, I'm guaranteed, will gladly look after you. Now, in saying that, you also got to make sure that you give your relationship time to develop before you consider building a house as well. A lot of these horror stories you hear, like a lot of it is like the guy only knows the lady 6 months to a year or whatever. They never even live together properly up in her village, you know, so like it's going to get frustrating. It is going to get frustrating. So it's better to like give the relationship time to grow before you even think about making such commitments. So that's how I'd live my life in rural Thailand. Um, I did not just visit this place and think, oh yeah, this is great. I definitely see myself living here. It took me like years to figure all this out. Like I've been going to my village now for the last 3 years. I've been visiting twice a year for the last 3 years, and as well as that, through my relationship with my Thai lady, we have learned how to understand each other. We know what we like, what each of us expect from our relationship, and as well as that, I got to know everybody in the village. I'm very relaxed about around their company, and they're very chilled out, nice down to earth folk who are very they're very proud of where they're from, and they're happy to welcome in any Westerners who understand the culture and respect their way of life, respect the laws of Thailand also. So people think, oh yeah, up in the sticks, rural Thailand, you're away from everything, it's boring. No, it's still Thailand, still a fantastic quality of life. It's just something that you really need to kind of allow yourself to acquire to through the test of time. So, in answer to the question, could I live in rural Thailand? The answer is yes.